There's dangers everywhere. This is just one common example that can happen in any town or city or municipality. You'll take a look on the right-hand side. You'll see that there is housing that is at a higher elevation than the housing down below, which is also lower than the well water supply coming from the city. What can happen is if there's any contamination going on caused by back pressure, it will find its way into the path of least resistance going downhill because of the weight of the water, and gravity forces it down the elevation to the lower homes. And what happens is if there's sewer or other contaminations in the water supply at the upper level, it is going to make its way into those lower elevated homes. This is just one common problem. Here's a problem with back siphonage, and this is probably more common where a car or vehicle loses control and takes out a fire hydrant. And so that positive pressure of 100 psi is coming from the local town of Zifta, if that's a real town. Their potable water supply normally feeds a neighborhood at 100 psi of pressure, which is pounds per square inch. Water follows the path of least resistance just like oxygen and air does. And as soon as that fire hydrant goes, which could also happen with a water main in the middle of a road where it just looks like it's spouting out like Old Faithful out of the ground, thousands of gallons of water every couple minutes, what's going to happen is it's going to create a backflow caused by this back siphonage, and it's going to suck the water out of the water supply that was normally pressurized to 100 psi's is now 30, which allows any water to potentially be sucked back into the city water supply and cross-contaminate. This is a bad situation, and it's more common and prevalent than you would like to know. So in this video, I want to show you how I cracked the code, because my guess is you're sick of feeling trapped in this country's water predicament and can no longer ignore your safety concerns, overwhelmed by not knowing where to start. And the truth is, most water treatment experts aren't even showing you the right solution. They're depending on your ignorance of the facts about water so that they can offer you a $10,000 to $15,000 solution that may be overkill or even non-sufficient. But most of us don't get that luxury to get it wrong. We need a way to build and become self-empowered so that we never become anyone's fool when it comes to personal water source safety. But the good news for you is I've discovered a new way to think about the growing water crisis that lets anyone, regardless of past experience, discover exactly what's going on with their water's negative impacts without getting a free water test from a salesperson trying to sell you the $10,000 to $15,000 water treatment solution, without having buyer's remorse later if you did buy their expensive water treatment system, when you discover later that it might have been a bad investment. You do not need to have a degree in science to understand this technique. This special report is written like me talking to you as a neighbor in conversation at a cul-de-sac party. You don't have to spend tons of hours scouring the internet searching for the answers that might be taken out of context, which makes things worse. You don't have to be a pro in the water treatment business. In fact, this works better if you are a DIYer, a do-it-yourself, or know someone who is a DIY person that can help you. You do not need to rip out and replace all of your existing plumbing. You will not have to end up getting a homeowner's equity line of credit, also known as a HELOC, or any other special financing to solve your water issue.